Welcome back. Africa's biggest mobile phone operator, MTN Group, has cut investors' payout by almost 50% as it reported its first ever half-yearly loss after taking a hit from a hefty regulatory fine in Nigeria. MTN agreed in June to pay a 330 billion naira fine in a settlement with Nigeria for missing a deadline to cut off unregistered SIM cards from its network. MTN said the fine, a third of the proposed initial penalty, wiped 10.5 billion rand from headline earnings, South Africa's main measure of profit in the first 6 months of the year. MTN had in any case been struggling to accelerate subscriber and profit growth as years of price wars and regulatory pressure hit margins and weakening economies squeezed consumer income. Our information and communication technology is set to be what will drive the world economy in the 21st century and beyond. With a population of over 1.1 billion people, Africa is set to have recorded 9.8% penetration of internet users against the 90.2% of the rest of the world. Experts have described what they called the Internet of Things and Everything as the last hope for Africa's 21st century knowledge, creativity and innovation renaissance. Now, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers in the United States is promoting this Internet of Things as the World Forum on it has been scheduled to hold in December this year in the United States. So how can African continent and Nigeria in particular benefit from this Internet of Things or software of things? I'm being joined by the Africa chairman for the Forum on Internet of Things and first vice president of Institute of Software Practitioners of Nigeria, Dr. Chris Uwaji. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon,
Dr. Chris.
Sherry. Thank you for being here.
Good to have you on the program. Well, Internet of Things, or rather you call it Internet of Things and Everything.
That's correct.
What is it about?
Really, I think we need to begin with the perspective of today being the Olympics, right? Olympics in Rio just started. And of course, the conviction, if you go back to Greece about the Olympics, is about really transforming creativity and knowledge into what man can do in terms of games. Now, humanity has gone into knowledge Olympiad, as we know. An Internet of Things challenges every human being to come up with new creativity. We need to understand that technology has always intervened as what they call technology modified humanity. And today, as we have fruits genetically modified, technology has been modifying our behavior. The Internet of Things has come to seal all connectivities, what they call machine to machine. So you find out that it's going to be really a world of sensors. Sensors in the clothes, sensors in the food, sensors in the automobile, sensors in the doors, sensors in the fridge, sensors in the home, in the fans, all total connectivity forming into one. So I think that is why Africa is very concerned. We might be probably edging into the new era of digital colonies. The former colonies of the compass and whatever that took the slaves to the Orient is no more going to happen. But Internet of Minds, which I've defined, Internet of Things and everything is about Internet of Minds, is going really to be the hallmark of the challenge and the greatest battlefield for African intellects in the 21st century. Yeah.
Now, in all of this, software innovation and development is very critical. Now, what is the current status of Africa in terms of software development? What are our capabilities?
Thank you. Really, when you look at the content issue, and that's where software comes in, I think Africans, Nigerians in particular, are well placed. But how well are we managing those resources? Because when you talk about the software, it's about the thinking faculty of humanity. And Nigerians have been so lucky to build a commensurate human resources over time that are capable of doing software. And now, to break it down, software is just another language, just like Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, China, whatever. But you must know the fundamentals of how you can create the building blocks that makes the logical sense and create the analytics that can do X, Y, Z. So what we are saying is that Nigeria has the potential. How do we recognize that potential? Is by subjecting Nigerians to competitive, intensive platforms, like creating innovation hubs, like creating knowledge parks, like creating science and technology parks. We are more than 180 million people, and we don't have one knowledge park that we can be proud of. And that is concern to the Institute of Software Practitioners of Nigeria and to the Nigerian Computer Society. I know that the minister, the Honorable Minister of Communication, Barrister Adebayo Shitu, has been campaigning about the need to accelerate, the development of software in the country. Why presently we are remitting over $3 billion outside the shores for what we can create here.
I want to believe you're talking about building a kind of a vibrant ecosystem for the ICT. Now, where does this Internet of Things, come in trying to help to build the ecosystem?
Thank you. The Internet of Things is a connectivity of the entire ecosystem, as it were, be it the sensors, the infrastructure, the humanware, the malware, the software, and the security platforms. So you need capacity. You need the research centers to be able to ensure that this can be done. Presently, we are lagging behind with respect to the capacity building, and that's why you have in our oil industries, foreigners taking over the content deployment. And even in education, there's a lot of issues that are in the financial system. You see foreign softwares are prevalent everywhere, but there are transactional variables that Nigerians can develop and Nigerians can bring to the platform. So what we are saying is that within the Internet of Things, this challenge is going to be more intensified. And the youths of Nigeria that constitutes about 70% are capable if they are well mentored, if they are well groomed, if there's a platform like innovation centers. We just opened one in Delta State, a Delta State Innovation Hub with Governor Dr. Okowa, and who is doing a great job out there. And what we are saying that you need to invest more into the knowledge economy for you to reap the benefit of the future. And that is what the Internet of Things is all about. If you don't, other people will invest and take over your market, and not only take over your market, they take over your behavior, they take over your culture, they take over your tradition, and of course you'll be left with it not. So that's where the challenges are. But the hope is we can and we should. And that is the message of Internet of Things. As the African chair for Internet of Things, we have created the African Work Group on Internet of Things, and we are doing a lot. We have researchers from all over Africa who are concerned of how we can move this platform forward.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Owaje.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. That was Dr. Owaje, the Africa Chair for the Internet of Things. Now let's see the Naira performance today on the interbank market. I guess we've lost Ifeko there. Now let's look at what's happening at the DRC. The Republic of Congo's $2,029 bond has tumbled to record lows after the country missed a payment on its only international issue, leading to a credit rating cut from the Moody's and Fitch agencies. The bond, in which $478 million is outstanding, traded at 67.75 cents on Thursday after hitting a record low of 67 cents in the previous session. The issue has fallen as much as 5 cents from last Thursday's closing level. Brazzaville missed a payment of the interest and capital due on 30th of June 2016 and then failed to pay up during the issuing 30-day grace period. We'll take a quick break now. When we return, the program continues. To stay with us.